Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Welcome back to Devils After Dark, live in the Primetime Radio studios. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network as the Devils have finished up their game in Carolina. Pretty good game tonight. Scotty, how are you tonight?
Yeah, not bad, Sam Wu. How you doing? Can't ring the hell's bells. Unfortunately, Devils another loss to the mighty Hurricanes in their absolutely beautiful throwback Hartford Whaler jerseys. Those are just, man, those are some of the nicest hockey sweaters, hockey jerseys, whatever you want to call them. One of the nicest unis in all of sports. I always love when the Canes break those out. I love those green uniforms. So they were looking good, and they played well, and so did the Devils, actually. The Devils had a pretty decent game once again. I think the story, missed shots, missed opportunities. Kanji hit it in the first period. The Devils had 10 shots, but they had 25 shot attempts. That means 15 of them missed the net. But let's go through it. And let's recap, because there's really not a lot to go through on the score sheet. The Carolina Hurricanes opened up the scoring with Martinook. He got his second from Jarvis, and this was okay. Devs don't score on the rush. We all talked about the rush, I don't know how many times, Sam Wu, and how much we're not a fan of it. But Tatar did have a nice saucer pass over to, on his off wing, over to Andreas. Don't call me Andre Janssen. And he made a nice play to receive the puck, get a backhand on there. But what happened? Shot the puck wide. The Canes turned around and go right down the ice there. Jarvis and Martinook. He scores there on the next play, basically. So they get a backhand of their own. Big problem with the Devils. Not only we've talked about trends through the season. One is those end of the period goals, but also giving up a high quality scoring chance just so many times after we get one of our own. It just seems to be the MO of this team where we have a breakaway, we have a nice 2-on-1, we have a 3-on-1 or something like that. And then we will immediately give one up on the opposite end. And, no offense to John Gillies, because he played what I said. Good morning, Gil. Good morning, Gil. He played well in goal, I got to say. But the Devils, down 2-0. Svechnikov got his 15th from Cole there. At 14:22 of the second on a wrister, and these are tough goals. I think these are tough goals. Ty Smith had a bad first period. I got to say, I got my notes right here. He had a giveaway, another one of those drop passes that we have seen not work so many times. And Jack Hughes was going to be the recipient of it, and he knew he wasn't going to be able to get there. And there was almost another breakaway given up, but Jack kind of dove back there for the puck to just kind of swipe it away. And then in front of the net, again, Ty Smith, it's been the story of his season. So don't like to see those things happening. But the Devils did get on the board late in the first at 17:26. Jesper Boqvist got his first, number 1 of the season from VC, and Kuokkanen, both their 5th assists. And there was good work by the Nico line. I know Dano had mentioned it on the broadcast. Good work on the Nico line, checking, cycling, working the puck. Pavel Zacha eventually did one of those long flip outs that we always talk about, and he did catch Kuokkanen coming up the wing. The Canes and the Devils were both in a change at that point, and it kind of turned into a little bit of an odd man rush there for the Devils. Kuokkanen took the puck around the net, came around the opposite side, a little pass to VC, who then passed it down to Boqvist, on the what was that? I think on the glove side there, but Ratna had a piece of it, but it kind of squeaked by. And then after that, that was it. That was all the scoring in the game. I will say the Devils did not sleepwalk. They definitely had some opportunities, but again, I think that the thing that's plaguing this team right now is the missed shots. Just so many shots that really didn't hit the net. And let's face it, Ratna's I'm saying it wrong, aren't I? Ranta, right? Or Ratna. How do you say his name? Ranta. Ranta.
Yeah, I think something like that.
I always, you know what? It's
Ratna?
always so you're like, yeah, Ratna, right? Oh man,
Yeah.
I always screw it up. Once you have to say it yourself and you're not listening to Cangelosi, you're like, oh damn, that's pretty hard. But anyway, he had some great saves. I mean, he's a good goaltender. We know last time we had a call up from the Canes when they came to play at the Rock a little while ago. But yeah, Zaka had a 3-on-1 after a stick break that they weren't able to capitalize on there. Again, he missed the net, and the Devils gave up another big play right after that. Bastion got stopped on a breakaway, shorthanded, right there at the end of the second. So it was a lot of good goaltending, throughout for the Canes. And by the way, there was a highlight going back talking about I think the Devils trivia question was who scored the last Whaler goal and the first Hurricanes goal, which was Kevin Dineen. And who did he score it on? Someone I completely forgot about. The old Poopa Scoopa. Remember him for Derek Poopa from the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Wow. RPI
Remember
grad,
that?
Darren Poopa.
Yeah, man. That's like a forgotten player, one of those ones. It brought me back to 95 or whenever it was, 94, 93, whenever the change was made. But third period, Devils power play, penalty kill rather came up big. They made some stops. They tried to get the extra goal, the tying goal with the extra attacker out there at the end of the game. But PK Subban made some big saves for the Devils in those final couple minutes there with the extra attacker on. So they weren't able to pull it out. Shots on goal for the Devs, 10, 12, 3. 3 in that third period for a total of 25. The Hurricanes 6, 7, 10 for a total of 23. Face-offs, Devils had a slight edge, 52% to 47. Power play, the Devils were 0 for 2 tonight, so we didn't get a power play goal. I believe that stops the streak, right? It was at 6 games, I think, for with a power play goal. But we didn't give up a power play goal either. The Canes were also 0 for 2. Hits, Carolina was throwing the body, 42 hits to 21. Devils had 14 blocks, 10 giveaways. Still want to see that number get down. But overall, I mean, it wasn't a horrible game, but I really, this is a little bit more what I was expecting last week when Carolina came to town. But yeah, it's tough teams. We're in the thick of it now. We got Toronto coming up back to back. I hate to say it, Sam, but I think we're looking at another like. Go ahead.
I think the Devils are going to beat Toronto at the Prudential Center. You know why?
Why is that?
Because the last time we gave out tickets, the Devils won. Ray Leo is a witness to that. He got 2 tickets from JCB Architectural, Jonathan's company, and he wrote an email yesterday and he told me, look, I'd be happy to give away all my season tickets and those seats if it meant the Devils win. So we're going to try it again tomorrow.
Okay.
Sunday edition.
Tomorrow?
9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
So
all right.
You
give
better
away.
think of a hard trivia question, Scotty.
Oh, okay. We'll get a difficult one to throw out there, but also let us know what you guys think on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, everywhere in the old social worlds over here. I see Andrew, missed shots equals lack of talent. Yeah. Steve says we need to burn the Andre Johnson jersey because the mojo is gone. Joey Giardino, yeah. The turnover machine, Ty Smith. I don't know what it is with him this year, and especially these turnovers in the defensive zone. It's just too much. It's just too much. There's too many of them. There's too many of those drop blind passes that are going to the wrong team. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's
well, Scotty,
70 losses.
I did see a
one.
couple good things. I see there were a lot of little mistakes in the game that I was noticing. Particularly, again, turnovers. There was one play, one sequence. Little Fireboy, you're gonna like this one. There was one sequence where Ryan Graves either coughed up the puck in the offensive zone and got flat-footed. It wasn't his fault. I think it was a bouncing puck. And it was an odd man rush the other way, but it wasn't because Zacha had his back, got back quickly, filled that role, and then it just dissipated. They couldn't get the momentum through the neutral zone, knowing that Zacha, I forgot who the other defenseman was, out on the ice. And it's helping your teammates out. Also, there was one other play. Two of the Devils defensemen, I forgot who, were in the corner double teaming. Suddenly, the guys opened the slot, but boom. I think it was Jesper, I think it was Boquist that checked his stick, and the guy wasn't able to get the puck to get a shot off or whatever. So, and plus he scored a goal, Boquist, today. So, it's those little things that I'm trying to look for. And, it's okay to make mistakes within the game. You're never going to be perfect. But is your teammate going to have your back and get back so it doesn't, cost the team a goal or cost the team the game, something like that. And I thought that's why the game was a lot better than we previously seen in the past, 10 games is, okay, mistakes happen, but what are you going to do about it? And, I saw good things tonight that, okay, you're playing team defense. It's a team concept now, and we talked about not playing like individuals. I'm just talking defensively. I liked what I saw tonight. Offensively, sometimes goaltending takes over. I think both goaltenders were good tonight. I thought Gillies was very sharp tonight.
I thought Gillies and Ratana were both really good. I mean, the Devils could have had they had some good scoring chances, but again, they missed the net so many times.
I wish I could talk to the guys and just be like, relax. Just relax.
Zacha had a good shot. I know Daniel thought it went off the post, but it didn't. He missed the net. Jesper Bratt missed the net a couple times. Jack Hughes had a good opportunity that he shot high. They got to at least hit the net. That's half the battle. You're giving it to the goalie right there. So, but other than that, Ratana had a really good game, I got to say. He was unbelievably solid in there.
Yeah. Did you watch pregame today, Erica?
I was unable to, actually. What happened?
Right. Jack Hughes called it Taylor Ham. That was my highlight of the game.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sam was happy then. All right.
But he said that there was no different. He couldn't tell the difference between Taylor Ham and Porkhole. So I don't think he knew what he was talking about. But that's okay. I was still happy. I think Erica pulled a fast one on him, and Jack's like, well,
Well, there was some other positives from the game, too. I think Nathan Bastian had another solid outing out there. He's getting some other line minutes that he's used to without Mikey McLeod being in the lineup. And he's been playing with Nico. He's been doing good time on the power play. The Devils had some good movement on their power play as well. The special teams, I don't think were an issue again. And I felt there was that hustle. They had that step, but I mean, Carolina is they're just a damn good team. And the Devils, I think Gillies really bailed them out a couple times. There were a couple scrambles in front of the net and that's what we talked about is our goaltender coming up and making those big saves every now and then. You're not going to make all of them, but every now and then just bailing your defense out, which we know has been a lot in recent years, but there has been improvement on the defense, like Sam was talking about, and to make that save for them and just keep it a 2-1 game instead of a 3-1 or a 4-1 deficit kind of deal. It makes all the difference and confidence in your team as well.
Andrew Gilbert, he's chirping in the Facebook Live. But before we get to Andrew's comment, Patty says, hi, Sam and Scotty. Good game.
Mm-hmm.
Gillies played well.
Mm-hmm.
Devs play so much better against the top teams. Unreal.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Steve Tardas, he said, he says a lot of stuff here. I don't know which one to pick. How about we love Sam? That's good. All right.
Oh, that's the one you picked, huh?
Yeah, that's the one.
We love Sam. Okay.
And then Andrew Gilbert, Nate Bastian on a line with Nico tells you how little talent this franchise has, chirping the truth. Well, just remember, Bastian is a second-round pick. He's no slouch.
Yeah.
Whoa. Scotty. I was the one that wanted to keep Bastian the entire time. And everybody wanted to let him go, oh, yeah, whatever. But I was like, you got to keep the combination together. You got to keep the combination together. You need the beef. You need the size. You need a big guy up front. And he's doing his job.
But he should not be on the top line. I kind of agree with that statement there. But
he has no line to go to, though.
Well, yeah, at this point, in time, this reminds me of when, I don't know who was. Oh, yeah, it was old Eric Rasmussen. Remember old Rasmussen? They had him as a 1C at one point. I was just like, oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is a bad offensive team when that's no offense to Eric. But, yeah, I mean, Nate Bastian should be played in your bottom six. He's great on the power play, parking him in front of the net there. But with some injuries and whatnot, he's getting a different role. He's getting an opportunity to shine. And let's face it, all these guys right now are just playing for the jobs. Besides like Nico and Jack, Dougie, I mean, who else are the Devils really going to be tied to right now? Dawson Mercer, Jesper Bratt, everyone else. Hate to say it, even Nathan Bastian, even Mikey McLeod. I feel like you can get.
I feel like I need to hang out in West Orange at the diners
in West
because Colton White was also doing that thing with Erica and that interview, and he says he goes to the diners from his hotel room, and he likes Montclair too.
Okay, Montclair's a good place. Definitely fun to hang out. But we would like if Colton to focus on the defense right now and make sure that we're getting in the way of those shots and filling up those lanes and making sure we got our man covered and not drifting behind the net or out of position or anything like that. So, but I'm glad that the boys are enjoying the sights and sounds of one New Jersey state. So, or state of New Jersey, rather. But, other than this team, other than that, goaltending, defense, Graves, Hamilton, everyone else. Offense, Nico, Jack, Jesper, Dawson, everyone else. So I think I think that they would be playing for their jobs, right? Going to be playing for jobs soon. Spots, I think, positions.
Do you think Lindy and the rest of the coaching staff is playing for their jobs too?
Listen, in my mind, yes. But Recky's he's done a great job with the special teams. They've turned it around tremendously. That's an asset on this team now. Where it was a downfall, it's now an asset.
Scotty, that's what I call growth.
Yes.
And again,
learning from your mistakes.
I like to see what the Devils are going to do in the second half of the season. And I'm not looking for wins and
they're
losses.
0-2.
Yeah. I'm not looking at wins and losses. I'm looking at development at this point. And I'm not looking at which player is going to be the future or whatever. I just want to see the team concept come together and the fundamentals are there and something to build on for next season. I don't think the draft is going to help you next season. That's for the future. I think for now, these are the guys that you're probably have to go with. Trades are going to be made before the deadline.
I would think so. I hope so.
Free agency, and right now, I would like to see the team concept. I want to see communication. I don't want a dejected, as what you say, sleepwalking team anymore. And if the team doesn't sleepwalk,
tonight.
Yeah, they
I
did.
think they hustled tonight. They just didn't get it done all the way through.
Yeah. If the team does not sleepwalk from now to the end of the season, and we see a progression, forget about the wins and losses, a progression, I'd say the coaches keep their jobs. I'd like to see continuity because that's a big turnaround from being the historically worst net power play percentage and penalty kill in the last 18 months to now being in the top third of the league, in that stretch. That's a huge improvement. And they're doing it against some tough teams as well. It's just the 5-on-5 and the mistakes that they're making. And even Winston agrees with me. I mean,
he agrees.
Yeah,
he agrees.
So
also, they're not taking a lot of stupid penalties like they were doing in the first half of the season. I couldn't count how many penalties where we'd be here talking post game and just be like, why did they do that? It's just stupid penalty. In the defensive zone. I mean, there was just some bad ones, but you really seen them trim that up. I mean, tonight they only took 2 penalties against the Canes. I think last game against Tampa Bay, they only took 2 as well, which is not so bad as opposed to the 8 that we were taking, 6 to 8 penalties basically a game we were taking in the earlier half of the season. So that also helps as well. Playing a little bit more sound and structured and not doing that always helps out. But I think it is true that the special teams have been in an incredible turnaround. If there is one thing that we can look at and be a positive in this year, which looks like we're heading down to, below 500 again and not where we want to be. Fire sale probably coming. But that is definitely one positive is the 5-on-5 has struggled, but the special teams has been solid. Been really solid now.
Now it was completely opposite in the beginning of the year where the 5-on-5 was solid, but we
were trying to decline penalties. Remember, we were trying to decline to see if we could do that.
Yeah.
Penalty declined. Play 5-on-5. First down. That's what we were hoping for. But
the penalty kill was so bad. The penalty kill was so bad last year and the beginning of this season that you were better off pulling your goalie. To add an extra defenseman there.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna have another tough stretch here. We're looking at another, long. I feel like a long losing streak here. What are we, like 2-8, or what was it, 3-6-1 or something like that in the last 10? I think we checked it. So maybe now we're 2-7-1 in the last 10 from yesterday. So Toronto, I'd love to see the Devils win. I hope that they at least keep playing up to their opponents here. But they got to learn that when they do get those, down teams like them, coming in, that they got to take advantage of that, and they got to play the way they play up to the Hurricanes, the way they play up to the Lightning, the way they play up, hopefully, to the Toronto Maple Leafs come this Sunday and Monday. So, wait. Is that Monday, Tuesday, or is that tomorrow?
It's Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, it's Monday, Tuesday. Okay, I'm sorry. Get my game schedule correct over here. So, yeah. Tough, Samu. It's a tough one. It's a tough. No finish zone, Steve Tartas says.
Yeah, I got to read some comments on the YouTube Live. I don't want to ignore our good friends there.
Who's up on the old YouTube Live?
Well, Damien asks, what is your opinion of the Connor Garland rumors? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. We don't do rumors.
What other?
Getty 27. Yeah. Getty 27. We should we should be forced to wear our white, red, and green throwbacks whenever they wear those Whalers jerseys.
Okay, I like it.
Little Fireboy.
But you know what? They should actually wear the white jerseys, because back in the day, that's what the teams used to do, is wear the white jerseys at home all the time. Before the lockout, and then the league mandated that they switch, and But I mean, if you look back to those Devils games, you're looking back at those. They were always wearing the white jerseys at home. That's the way it was.
That was the best. That was the best.
Mm-hmm.
Little Fireboy, Darren Pupo used to play for the Sabres as well. Good point.
Pupa Scoopa. I totally forgot about that, dude. That's just one of those players that you're like, oh, wow, how can you forget about that,
He
those
was
Lightning
good.
jerseys too. Oh, yeah. But that's just one of those nicknames. You can't go wrong. The old Poopa Scoopa.
Rody Ryan. Boquist looks confident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't look tentative out there. He looked like he knew what he was doing, which is good.
So, I mean, I don't know what rumors, everybody, by the way, but the Connor Garland, it's just besides that the Canucks might make him available. So, I don't know. I didn't see anything that ties the Devils there, but I don't know. Can they get a QH? Get a QH in that deal? That's what I'm wondering. Give me a QH in that deal. Get a Dougie and a Quinn on that blue line. Woo, baby. That thing's looking a little different. Now old Gravy can just go back to pounding dudes and worry about playing defense. Hey-o. That's what I'm talking about.
Who knows? Graves could be our third pairing by the time all this talent comes in.
Hey, if that's the case, I'm all about it. Then that means we got some pretty ridiculously good top four then. So if that's the case, sign me up. Sign me up.
What I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start scouting goalies. I think we should sign
need goaltending. I think we need a goaltender. I definitely do. As Lou Lambs used to do. I mean, he struck gold there with Mr. Brodeur, but he always talked about building from the back end out there, that goaltender. And we know it has been hey, John Gillies, love you, buddy. Love you. You're doing, the Lord's work over here, going in and goal like this in this sort of situation. But hey, for him, this must be a dream come true.
But he's having fun out there. He's the
number one goaltender. Yeah. Let it rip, baby. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let it go. I'm all about it. And let him ride that emotion. Let him ride that positivity of getting this shot. Who knows? He may catch on somewhere as a backup goaltender. I don't know if he's going to be a starter, but this is his shot. Go for it, Gillies. He's been fun to watch. You see him out there hustling. You see him out there trying. You see him trying to read the shots. He's trying to play, you see him trying to play up, not back in the crease, which we saw Mackenzie Blackwood doing, obviously with his injury, not being able to move and skate and get side to side. He wasn't as confident. He wasn't coming out his crease. He wasn't cutting down those angles. You see Gillies out there. He might have got spun around a couple times tonight, but it was exciting at the same time. And he's a big dude, so he's able to get from one side to the other pretty quick. So, go Johnny, go Gadget Gillies. All right, go Gadget Gillies. Keep doing what you're doing, dude, because you only let up 2 goals to. Wait, what was the Tampa Bay score? Was it 3-2 or was it 2-1 again?
The Lightning?
Yeah, what was the Lightning?
I think 3-2. I think it was 3-2.
That was 3-2. Okay. So, I mean, you gave up 3 goals to the powerhouse Tampa Bay Lightning, and you gave up 2 goals to the powerhouse Hurricanes. 2 Stanley Cup favorites.
I can't
really ask what.
Let me tell you something.
What do you want, Andrew?
If this team was so bad and
losing Gillies. Gilbert Gillies, is that who you are? Is this a burner account?
Andrew, let me tell you something. Do you know how many 1-goal games this team has lost this year? It's not like they're getting blown out at every game.
No,
considering that they don't have a number 1 goaltender, and considering that their number 1 defenseman's been out for 10 games, I think the team is doing okay. All things considered.
Here's my question. Here's my question, though. Did we ever really have a number 1 goaltender?
That's the point I'm trying to make. Without a number 1 goaltender.
Did we ever, though? Even with exactly. Ever since, really since Schneider, I would think. But, I mean, he got hurt too. But, yeah, I mean, like, in this season, though, going in, we were relying on Mackenzie Blackwood to be, has he ever really come through like that before? And I know some of it has to do with the team in front of him, but what had us all convinced that he was going to be this?
That amazing save he had against Boston with 8.3 seconds left. We're like, oh, the future's right in front of us. Oh, my goodness, Mackenzie Blackwood, Mac Black, you're the best. You're going to get us the cup.
Did we ever really have a number 1 goalie? Yeah. Did we have 2 B goalies that we were trying to hope one of them would take the A reins? Bernier's
in Devils history? Or
no,
recently?
not in Devils history. This year, right now. I'm saying we went into the season. We had Mackenzie Blackwood and Jonathan Bernier. Did we even really have a number 1 goaltender there?
No. It was a tandem. The whole time it was a tandem.
We didn't. We need stronger goaltending.
And Mackenzie Blackwood didn't start out. He was hurt in the beginning of the season, if you remember. So
apparently he's been hurt the entire season. So
yeah, yeah. So Bernier
was hurt before the season.
Yeah. He had a nagging injury, and he was thrust into the starting role. I mean, he won the home opener. So again,
need some goaltending. Especially if you're going to play this rush system with Lindy Ruff. You're going to give up a lot of chances. You're going to have a lot of possession just given away.
Yeah.
Hell, I saw the Devils trying to get the puck out of the zone, and they tried a home run pass, and Carolina just picked it off, and they weren't even able to get the change. It's just with those type of game plans, you're going to be giving up a ton of big opportunities. So they need a goaltender that can bail them out. In Buffalo, when you have Dominik Hasek back there, it kind of makes a world of difference. Who was in Dallas? I can't remember. Didn't he have a big time goaltender in Dallas too, Lindy, when he was down there?
Kari Lehtinen?
Was it Kari Lehtinen? Or was it Marty Turco?
Ed Belfour? Eddie Eagle?
Belfour was down there. Yeah, but was that? I don't know. I think that was. But either way, there's always been there's a significant difference, between any goaltender and Dominik Hasek, but also the goaltenders that we have to throw out there right now. So when you have someone that can make all those saves and you can rely on like that, who can take all those opportunities and turn them into a 39-40 save performance and only give up one goal, okay, you can play that way. But we don't have that type of goaltending, and we're just going to continue to get burned. I mean,
Yeah,
that's all it is. And Gillies is playing. He's playing above his expectations right now. We should not be thinking that John Gillies is always going to go out there and, kind of shut down a team like the Carolina Hurricanes or the Tampa Bay Lightning.
we want better.
Well, I think so. We need better. And it's no offense to Gillies. Like I said, he's given it his all out there, and he's been a great watch. And but we need some more solid goaltending in there that can be reliable, that we know can really backstop this team. It really is. It's such an important position, and I feel like it hasn't really been the focus the last couple years. We've been waiting on Mackenzie Blackwood. We've all seen some of the highlights, but we've also seen some of the tune-outs that happen there. It's just, I don't know. I think I'm personally for trying to find a trade to find some sort of like badass number one goaltender. I don't know what it would take or what it would do, but in my mind, I don't have any specifications, but I feel like that should be one of the absolute top priorities for this team in the offseason, is getting some sort of solid, established goaltending.
Yeah. We shall see.
But anyway, sorry, done ranting and raving over here. Apologies all. I think we should probably actually wrap up because we've been on for quite some time.
Yep.
We'll be back tomorrow with the old big show, Let's Go Devils podcast. The whole crew will be around. Hopefully, by the way, hopefully everyone didn't get stuck in the snow. Yeah, it was 65 degrees out here in Los Angeles today. So fantastic that you had I mean, that's kind of a womp womp on yourself there, Mr. 4 feet of snow on my car, so yeah. Are you sending Michael Myers over to get me or something? What's going on there? But either way, hope everyone's okay out there with the crazy weather. All the rain that we've been getting here in LA. I know it's made its way across the country because, believe me, we've been getting soaked out here with all the rain. So I know it made its way across. Hopefully you aren't too buried in all that snow. And we'll have the big old show tomorrow. Got hockey on tap on Monday. We'll have another edition of Game Day Live. We'll be broadcast out of Taj. Oh, wait, no, not that one, right?
No, Tuesday.
That's not a home game. Tuesday, I'm sorry. Monday we'll be up in Toronto. Oh, the Devils' first trip back up to the north, above the wall, right? The north, yeah. Whatever they're called from Game of Thrones, with the zombies on the other side. We're going over to the old Canadian wall over there. Going to hop on over and play the Maple Leafs, and then on Tuesday there'll be Game Day Live. There'll be Devils After Dark there, and on Tuesday the Devs are back at the Rock. So we'll have a nice stream at Taj Lounge 973 for Game Day Live and Devils After Dark, a little post-game action. And we're hoping for some Devils victories, hoping to get this losing streak taken care of. What are we, 15, 23, and 5? A minus 29 goal differential. That is not good, and we all know all I wanted was to see this team get to 500, and we're now 8 games under. Not looking good. So let's at least try to stop the losing streak with Toronto on Monday. Enjoy all the old NFL championship games during the day, and then come by for the old Let's Go Devils podcast Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. here on the West Coast. And Sam Wu, I thank you for all that you do. You got anything to say before we wrap on up?
Yeah, just to reiterate, thank all those watching us right now, dropping the podcast at midnight, where you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart app, Audible, Amazon Music Prime. Yeah, We are the most commented Devils podcast in the history of New Jersey Devils podcast. This is Devils After Dark. Till next time, let's go Devils. See you tomorrow night.